Hello and welcome back to our final part of the AutoCAD Beginners course tutorial series. Today we are going to cover block panel, properties panel, and the groups panel. In our previous tutorial series of the beginners course, we covered layers, annotation, modify, and the drawing tools. If you are interested in them, I will keep a link in the description below. Let's start with blocks. What are actually blocks in AutoCAD? Before I show you how to create a block, I want to guide you through what actually a block is and when it's useful. If I zoom in and select here on this window, in properties, I'm told it's a block reference. So, while this object here is a block, my window, if I do any change in the properties, shape or size to this window, the same would apply to the rest of the windows, because they are a copy or insert of this window here. Second point, whenever you create a block, you can find it here in insert. And as you see, this window here, this block here, I named it 01 underscore window. If I click on it, I can regularly insert it. Again, I can insert this window as many times as I would want to. And just to showcase before diving in on how to create a window, if I double click on this window here and hit OK, and I want to delete the hatch, E for erase, hit enter. Now, if I close the block editor, save changes to 01 window, you see with only one click, I was able to delete the hatch from all of the windows altogether at once. So, how to create a block? Allow me firstly to delete all these windows as we will create our own block, our own window. Let's draw a rectangle. Simply we'll do it by proportion. Offset 10 units. And then one line here, and allow me to draw a line here. So, offset by 5 units, offset by 2.5 units. And you can do that on any preferred shape, or you can draw your own shape to train along the tutorial. And so far, if you have any questions, till the rest of the tutorial, I would be more than happy to answer them in the comment section below. So now I have created this window and I want to convert it to a block. Before that, allow me to hatch it. Now, as I have created my window, select all, and in the command line, simply type block. Or we could also simply click here on create. Creates a block definition from selected object. I have already selected my object, which is the window, and click on block. Then the block definition window here pops up. Select objects. I don't need to again select my objects as you see here in the display, because I already selected my objects and then hit block. The block definition window. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to name it as 02 underscore window to be recognizable in my future CAD drawings. Now, pick a point. I am choosing this point as a reference. So whenever I drag and drop my object from the insert panel to my CAD drawing, my mouse will be exactly on this point. That's why it's important to specify a base point for my object. Now, block unit, you can define your blocks. My block unit currently is on inches by default, and so settings, in block unit, I will leave it as inches. Make sure convert to blocks is checked, and these ones, annotative, scale uniformly, and unchecked, and allow exploding is checked. Because if you want to explode a block and make it again to polyline and hatch normally, allow explode should be checked. I will go through these ones as well in a bit. Hit OK. And now, if I click on my window, you see it's one object. And in the Properties panel, I'm told I named it 02 window and it's a block reference. So now, if I do copy this object here, my window, these are blocks as well. And if I select it, right click, or you could simply do double click, block editor, and if I do any change to my window right now in size, for example, I could change the size with the stretch command. I could also delete the hatch and now close the block editor, save changes to 02 window, and as you see, the changes applied to all the windows together at once. Also here in Insert, window 02, click on it. I can insert it many times as I would want to. In case we want to explode a block, select it, go to the command line and type explode. Hit enter, and now this object is back to the basic part it was drawn of. It's not anymore a block, and I can do changes to it however I want to. This one still remains as blocks. And if I would like to make any changes to this block, for example, I would like to use the stretch command, hit enter, you see it's only moving and it does not stretch. Here we already now know a difference between block and groups, because when I create groups later on, you will see we can do modification to it however we want, while it converts it to one object. So already we know a difference between groups and blocks. So before explaining groups, we will move to our next part of the tutorial, which is properties, the properties panel here. If I select this object here and I want to give it a red color, this rectangle is white. I want it to be red. I click on it, go here to the properties panel and change to the preferred color. I don't want to do the same process for this rectangle, but I want this rectangle to have the same properties as this rectangle. So what I do, match properties, then it tells me select source object, and then select destination object. And so I match their properties. If I change the properties of this circle here to, let's say, 0.3 line weight, and the line type to dashed. Line type scale allow me to change it to 5 to make it bigger and it to be visible. And I also want to change the color of it to yellow. So now I change the line thickness, the line type, and the color of it. I want this circle and these two rectangles to have the same properties as this circle here as my reference. For that purpose, again, match properties, select source object, and now select the objects which we want to have the same properties. Here, just to demonstrate what we just learned, select this line, and I wanted the line thickness to change to 0.4. In case line thickness is not showing in your drawing, please activate here this button, show and hide the line weight. And if you cannot find it here as well, click on these three lines here in customize, which is the customization panel. Click on it, and here you find line weight. When you click on it, this window here gets the line show and hide line display, line weight display. And you can activate it or deactivate it as you want. For now, I keep it the light blue around it, which means it's activated. So in case your line weight change is not showing up or not displaying. So now I have here a line which is thick. I change the line width of it. I want the properties of this thick line match with this thin line. Again, match properties, select source, and select the destination object. I want this line in the properties panel, I want to change its line type to dots, and this one to hidden. Select these two lines because the line type scale is too small. Change this one line type scale to 12 or to 36. And as you see, we already can see the line type changing. That was it for the properties panel. Our final part, which we are going to explain, is the groups panel. So here I have an object which is already a group. If you remember, with the block tools, I wasn't able to modify it. But anything that's a group, and I want to, for example, use the stretch command, I can simply modify it, and it's still a group. With the blocks, I could not do that. I had to double click it and enter block editor to be able to do any modifications to it. This is a group. So how do we actually create a group? Allow me to create an object, the circle, and then probably a rectangle as well. So if I click on it, this is one object and this is another object. I want them to be one object. How I'm going to do that? Select it, and here click on this icon, and now we have it as one group. Or again, one circle, and let's say a line. Okay, select it, and here in the command line we could simply type group. Now we learned how to create groups. We learned how to use properties and the blocks. For these two groups, I will simply to recap by changing their color. If it was block, I had to enter block editor to do any modifications to these ones. With group, I am allowed to do it just here without entering block editor. In case you want to explode a group, we simply select it, and here in the command line we type ungroup, hit enter, and now our object is back to separate lines or separate objects. We could also do that by here in the groups panel, clicking on this icon, which is ungroup. What it does is, as you see, explodes or ungroups a group. It's the same thing as we type it in the command line. Clicking on it, again, we have the objects separated. That was it for today's tutorial. If you learned something, please do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification button in order not to miss our upcoming tutorials. I hope the tutorial was useful. See you in our upcoming tutorials. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Goodbye.